Okay, today we will be learning about great ape wars before guns.
Before guns. This is how chimps fought in trenches.
Yes.
Before
So
guns.
you see all this rubble here?
Mm-hmm.
This used to be a street of bonobo houses.
Oh my god. Look at this pieces of wrecked building.
Yes.
This used to be a street of bonobo houses. What happened to the bonobos?
Okay, so hundreds of years ago, we had mini artillery pieces.
Mm-hmm. Over there.
No, way beyond the hill.
Way over there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they bombed the absolute crap out of this.
And this is all that's left of the war?
So before, like, when it was freshly bombed, it was just rubble, okay?
Yeah.
But then when the chimps came here, they kind of cleared it and made it a trench.
Good. That's smart of those chimps.
Yes. So...
They installed their barbed wire and everything.
No, this was installed like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So, the bonobos had their army lined up all the way. See that tree line?
Mm-hmm.
If you look over there, there is a tree line.
Tree line.
That is where bonobos stationed themselves. They dug a trench which took them 2 months.
2 months. That's
months.
Okay. It's reasonable.
And chimps were here getting their stuff together.
Right.
The Chimus were well armed with their standard spiky. They called them spikies.
Mm-hmm.
M2 spiky.
M2 spiky.
Yes.
That sounds reasonable.
In 1809.
1819.
1809.
Okay.
The Chimus fought the greatest battle here.
Mm-hmm.
All started when there was a Chimu patrol.
Oh yeah.
Scout patrol. That was scouting out that Starbucks.
Oh, that Starbucks? That's only been there for a few months.
Well, what? You know what was there before the Starbucks?
What?
It's just like a wrecked building. So they were going to scout it out, right?
They were gonna scout it out, yeah.
And then they found some bonobos that were advancing.
Oh.
To the great defensive Chimu line.
So what did they do?
All right, so one Chimu got hurt because he tripped. And they came back here and alerted the rest of the Chimus. So
Okay,
they saw the bonobos
Advancing.
right? So what the Chimus decided to do was a outstanding move.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Explain what the Chimus did.
The Chimus from this line, filled with hundreds of thousands of Chimus,
Yeah.
attacked.
Oh, outstanding. It's pretty smart. Of
No,
the Chimus.
the bonobos expected, since it was like dark, they expected all the Chimus to sleep because that's what Chimus like to do.
At night, yes, that's fair.
And so they started coming. We were swinging through the trees and crawling through the bushes.
As Chimu might.
We're climbing the trees and
Going through the treetops and climbing through the bushes.
And then where that road used to be, there was a great river.
Oh, okay.
More of it like a little creek. That's where Chimu started falling out of the trees and landing on bonobos with this stake going through their head,
Oh,
shoulder,
gross.
or sometimes here.
Very gross, but okay.
It was a gruesome war.
Yeah, it was. Sounds like it. So that
And-
was a really bloody battle there and there, wasn't it?
Yeah. So when we met them at the creek, they got spooked.
Fair enough.
Really spooked. And they started retreating, but the Chimus kept advancing.
Okay.
But you know what the bonobos had?
What did the bonobos have?
Gas.
Oh, they farted on them.
No, they filled millions of containers with bonobo farts.
Ew.
And they unleashed it against the line of Chimus. Chimus were severely damaged.
Yeah, it sounds like they might have been.
And this is why this is the greatest battle, because most of the Chimus actually died here
Oh,
from asphyxiation.
because the bonobos had gas,
Yes, but somehow,
bad gas.
miraculously,
miraculously.
about 1,000 Chimus actually survived.
Okay.
And so all the bonobos were still at their line saying, "Ha ha, we did it."
Mm-hmm.
Then out of nowhere, Chimus that were coughing up their lungs and bleeding from their nose and mouth because their lungs are pretty messed up because of the gas.
Mm-hmm.
The bonobos got really scared.
Yeah.
So they tried to hold the line. There were many deserters, but those deserters were killed. And most, like 60% of the bonobo forces actually deserted. And the rest of the 40% tried to hold the line. And they couldn't because Chimus were just really going in and slapping them.
Yeah, that's how Chimus do it.
That's where the greatest Chimu war cry came from. Just go in and slap them.
The Great Chimu War Cry. Yeah, I've heard that one before somewhere. Only real Wonder Bread fans will get it.
Yes.
And so
when they got to the line, only about 100 Chimus actually survived.
Oh.
But they had like severe lung damage and shit.
And but did they defeat the bonobos?
On that line, but there was still some resistance. Some bonobos held up in bunkers.
So it was a long fight. Yeah.
So on day 5 of the attack, so day 2 and 3 and 4 were just gas. First day was when they were actually spooked off.
Okay.
Like 2,000 other Chimus from another regiment called the 24th Chimu Artillery Regiment. They were the ones that bombed here, right?
Right.
So they were ordered to bring the artillery here.
Okay, so they brought the artillery up to the trench.
And so they started going forward. And the Bonbos in the bunkers started throwing their spears at them. And one of the surviving Chimus of the gas told the other Chimus that were here the war cry. So they all stopped here and charged again at the rest of the bonobos.
Okay.
Using the war cry.
And the artillery.
And the artillery.
And they defeated the bonobos.
Well, this is like the battle of
the Battle of Bonbo Creek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because why would the bonobos get
Yeah,
the
the bonobos were in control of the creek.
That was the conclusion of the Battle of Bonbo Creek.
Okay.
About 100,050 Chimus died.
100,050.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of casualties.
It was mostly because of gas.
But they eventually took the bonobo.
But like on the bonobo
position.
sides of the losses, there was like 300,000.
Oh, that's a lot more.
Because the bonobos had an advantage of just repopulating.
Man, there's so much history in this trench.
Yes.
What a bloody battle.
Yes.
Okay, is that the end?
We should make a reenactment.
Okay.